Hi everybody, it's Brother Taps. I'm here for another segment of Brother Taps, and we're here to talk about a variety of things about paranormal. And I'm going to start off with my first segment of this broadcast. We're going to talk about equipment and what I use when I'm with my team, Ghostchsers. Uh, the K2 meter. Gotta have it, gotta have it, gotta have it. Ah, this is obviously needs a new battery. I had it for 2 years. I didn't have to change the battery on this. This one here, battery's still running smoothly. This here is also a K2 meter. There's no difference in comparisons except for the label and the company. Maybe slightly different in shape and size, but that's about it. There's no difference in the way it works. Just the sensitivity is just slightly different. This just happens to be more sensitive than this. That's the only difference. Again, many companies make K2 meters, and some are just slightly different than others. Some are slightly different in size, in shape, and sensitivity, but they all do the same thing. They all look basically alike. See, K2 meter is a K2 meter. Uh, and you gotta have batteries. Can't go without batteries. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna change the battery in that pretty soon and put this one in there. Gotta have batteries. You know, this one here is I think it's a D battery. And this here is pretty much see is an EMF meter too. Pretty much what my mother TV uses, taps. What this is a little smaller. What this is a bigger version. It's a cheaper version actually, but it does the same thing. EMF tester, same thing. Batteries need to be changed in this. We got an investigation coming up. Ghostchsers. Hopefully we'll be doing the Battleship Cove, the USS Battleship Massachusetts, coming up in March or April. So I got to make sure I have batteries for everything. So I gotta purchase batteries for everything. So everything's gonna get new batteries. This here is a gauze meter. I use this at least before to bed and breakfast and a few other places. And let me tell you, this thing picks up. You know, it makes this noise. So hold on. So son of a bitch. You know what I hate? I hate it when I'm in the middle of a broadcast and the phone rings. Anyway, this goes my hair. Anyway, that was just a phone call. My housekeeper came in. Anyway, yeah, that's some of the equipment that I own. So that's basically what's going on here in Taps World and the Atlantic Paranormal Society and Ghostchsers, two of the kind. And don't forget to watch Ghost on Air, which is another colleague of mine. Keith Johnson is the field director of Ghostchsers. He's been a field director for my team for a long time now. Basically, since Ghostchsers has started. And me and Keith are good friends, and so we want to keep. Also, we need to keep Sandra Johnson in prayer. She had an accident, and she went to the hospital recently. Hopefully, she's okay now. She's recovered, and Keith is Sandra's husband, and Sandra's Keith's wife, obviously, and she, I guess she fell down some stairs, but hopefully she's okay now, and we want to keep her in prayer, as always, and a big shout out to my good dear friend, hold close to my heart, Mr. Jason Hawes. Jason sent me a wonderful, very heartwarming, touching message on YouTube when in one of my vlogs, and I want to thank Jason very much. That means a lot to me, Jay. And me and Jay kind of like touch base again because we haven't touched base in a while. We touched base on 2 messages on YouTube, and brought back some memories when we first met back in the day. We met each other on Post Road and in Warwick, Rhode Island, at the original taps office. Well, the original taps office actually was set off in Jay's house, and then proceeded into a trailer in his backyard. From a trailer in his backyard to get the Post Road office, which was the official office. And then from there they moved to another location, and that was it. There was no more office, and now it's back at Jay's house again. Hopefully, maybe soon they'll have another office again, another official office. But it's up to Jay, it's Jay's call, his team. And I want to give a shout out to Steve Gonzalez, and get a good shout out to David Tingle, Dustin Perry. Dustin, I saw your video today. Got a minute? That was very good, actually. I enjoyed that. And my good dear friend, Cooley Ray Desmond, I love him very much. He's my brother from another mother. And I really love Cody a bunch, and he's very supportive with me and through a lot of decisions I've been making to improve my life, to better my life, and I want to thank Cody very much for that support, and I'm sure Taps supports me as well, and Taps is my family, and sometimes when your family are not there for you, you got to create your own family, and I did. I created my own family, and Taps is my family, and Keith is my family. Keith and Colin and Sandra is my family. So sometimes we have to create our own family, and it's just the way it is. And we don't have much. We don't have. When you're not that close to your own family, you got to create your own. I love my family. Don't get me wrong. They're good folks. They don't understand a lot of things. That's just the way it is. I gotta accept that. They are who they are. You can't change people. Can't change people for who they are, and you gotta love them anyway. Like the Martina McBride song. Anyway, love them anyway, and I do. I love my family anyway, regardless of how they feel about me or whatever. I can't change that. I can't change how they feel about me. I can't change, their behaviors. I can't change the reactions about things. I can't change them for who they are. They are who they are, and you gotta accept people for who they are. That's just who they are. Can't change it. Is my hero in Idol, Martina McBride always says, "Love them anyway," and I do. So, hey, I just did a got a minute moment, didn't I? Got a minute? Oh my gosh, I did a got a minute moment. Oh my gosh, that's pretty cool. Love them anyway. So yeah. I gotta talk to you about paranormal investigation. For those of you amateurs who want to get into the paranormal, this is a good one. So you want to be a paranormal investigator? Go ahead, do it. Go for it. But are you doing it for the right reasons? Are you doing it for the thrill? Are you doing it to make things better, to change things, to make the world a better place? The finances, for the science, to find solutions, or just to look for ghosts, to prove there's ghosts, and you know, do it for the thrill, just to get a thrill. If you're doing it for the thrill and to prove there's something out there, and you're just doing it to run around with a camera in the dark or a night vision camera and a flashlight, just to whoo, whoo, hey Mo, hey Mo. You're doing it for the wrong reasons. That's not the reason to be a paranormal investigator. If that's what you're thinking, get out of it. Don't do it. Stop doing it now, because you're not going to make it in the field if that's what you think. That's what you think it's all about. If you think it's just running around with a camera and a flashlight and a couple of K2 meters and bumping your heads and like the Three Stooges and trying to prove there's something out there, and you're not doing anything, and it's not to help anybody, to make anybody's life any better, but only to get thrills and hits on YouTube, then you're in it for all the wrong reasons. You're in it for all the wrong reasons. That's not the reason to be a paranormal investigator. I got into it because I was curious. I wasn't trying to prove anything. I wanted to find the answer, like, why is this happening? Why is this door closing by itself? Can I try to figure that out? Is it the wind or is it something spiritual? I tried to disprove everything. You know what I did before I even bought any equipment? Before I even went out there? I studied. I watched Jay and Steve on the TV show and see how they did things. And when I found out that Jay tried to disprove it, he tried to debunk things to find an answer to a solution. And that's why I said, that's how you do it. It's not to prove anything, not to prove or disprove. Just to come up with an answer. And anything, if there's any evidence left to it, then yeah, there is something. But if there's an explanation, then study, do your homework. Don't just go out there with a flashlight, a camera, and a K2 meter, bumping your heads like the Three Stooges, trying to find ghosts without knowing what the hell you're doing. Going on there cold turkey. Because, they did it on TV. It's not. It's nothing like it is on TV. What you see on TV are edited versions. They don't show you everything. They don't show you the hours of the time put in an investigation. You know, there's times I sit in an investigation like over an hour before anything happens. It's pretty boring before anything happens. You know, and the camera's rolling for a long time and nothing's happened. When something does happen, then we have to edit it. Afterwards, we got to edit out all the boring parts. To edit out all the boring parts and go right into where the action is. Things don't happen right away immediately like that, man. There's a lot of work to this crap. Are you serious? You think it's the way it is, what you see on TV? What you see on TV is all the stuff that they left in. All the good parts they left in. They edit out most of the boring parts. They only leave bits and pieces of the boring parts. They don't. They leave out the hours of waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. So it's, you kids out there that's wants to get into be paranormal, you gotta really think. You gotta do your homework before you even pick up a K2 meter. Before you pick up your first night vision camera and K2 meter and flashlight, you really gotta do your homework first. Do some studying, read some books, watch some real videos of real paranormal investigators. That's not where nothing's edited out. What you see on TV, everything's all the boring parts are edited out. The editor does that. He edits out all the boring parts. He only keeps in the juicy parts for TV entertainment. If you actually talk to these TV investigators, they're gonna tell you, "Are you kidding? That's edited. All that stuff was edited out. They only kept the juicy parts." They would tell you firsthand. They would tell you firsthand what really went on behind the scenes. In some of the juicy parts, they will even keep out because they only got like an hour show, so they could only put in so many parts. Some people get scratched and everything else, and you might not even see that on the final, with its final, on the final product because they might have edited it out. The editor process. I'll just leave that part out. We haven't got time to put that in. So you wouldn't believe half the crap Taps goes through, man, with their investigations. They probably got pushed. They probably got scratched. A lot of things probably happened to them that they probably edited out in the past from the old show. A lot of things probably happened to them that they edited out on their old show. You know, and so no, it's not what you think it is. It's not all peaches and cream. It's not all hunky dory. It's a lot of fun. It's adventurous. Yes, it is. Travel time. Oh my God, traveling can be very boring. It's monotonous. When you gotta pee and you're on the highway, you gotta wait till you get to a gas station or someplace to use the bathroom or find a place to sleep. You park the van or a car just to take a nap. If you can't, sometimes you can't afford a hotel, so you gotta find a place to park just to take a nap. Traveling is rough. I hate traveling. I like traveling certain distances, but not long ass drives. Long drives. I was like, oh my God, when are we gonna get to the location, man? And we were driving for 2 hours now. It's monotonous. I'm not trying to talk anybody out of being an investigator because it's an excellent profession. It's a very good profession, but you got to know what you're doing. You can't just go in cold turkey and buy this stuff and just jump right into it. That's not how it works. You have to have the passion. You have to have the passion for it. You have to really know what you really, really want it. You have to already have it in your blood. If you don't already have it in your blood, then don't even bother. If you already don't have the passion and You already don't even have any education or even any experience with stuff happening to you in your past with ghosts and stuff like that. Don't bother. Bother. It's like a mechanic trying to be a doctor. If you don't have the experience, it's not already in your blood, and you already don't have the passion. There's no point. On an NBA basketball player trying to be a football player. Come on. Either you got it or you don't. Plain and simple. I've always had it. It's always been in my blood. Since I was a kid, so paranormal's always been there for me. It's always been in my blood. I always had the passion. So, all right, this is Brother Taps signing off. Remember, keep it real, and talk to you real soon. And happy ghost hunting. Remember, Taps, the Atlantic Paranormal Society, is here, and don't forget to watch Ghost Nation. Ghost Nation. All right, which is on the Travel Channel. I believe it's Friday nights. So stay tuned for Ghost Nation on the Travel Channel. Shout out to Jay and Steve and Tango and all my colleagues and Taps family. Ghost Nation on the Travel Channel, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, Taps fam.